it's a really perfect time to kind of revitalize our own business strategies, really set up the stage for a really prosperous new year. But whether you are a brand new or an existing entrepreneur or a budding startup company, Amit and I are going to give you a really nice comprehensive guide on how to kick off your new year. Do you want to start us off?
Thanks. Let's get started. Uh, while coaching a lot of entrepreneurs, business leaders in business, what I've realized over the last 2 decades of working is that when you start a new year, some of us are so much ingrained in our business that we straight away jump into the business and we start to do those hard work, and we are not well planned to really lead the whole year. And that's when I would recommend to follow a 3P process, which is pause, plan, and play. So pause is basically taking a little bit of a pause to reflect on the past year. It's also to rejuvenate, refresh yourself, and also reflect on the past year. Because when you are taking some time to seriously reflect on the past year or maybe the past couple of years, you will be able to identify what worked well that you can amplify or magnify, and you will be able to see what did not work, what was taking a lot of your effort, your time, your money, your team's effort, but it was not getting you results at all, or it was not getting you results up to the expectation. So those will be the areas where you need to make tweaks or maybe eliminate some of those initiatives or activities. And that's when you will realize that you're kind of getting on track to be prepared completely to plan and play for rest of the month. What do you think, Beck?
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I think absolutely right. Especially if you've been in business, even if it's for a year or two, and and of course more, but you can certainly have a look at some of those trends, some of those things that were working for you and what maybe didn't work for you. And I guess it's equally as difficult at the moment coming out of the back of COVID. I don't know. I've never been through a pandemic before. I've been through epidemics, but I've never been through a pandemic. And I guess, we're all the same. We're all kind of learning, well, what is our new normal? So, once you've taken that time to kind of pause and reflect, it's time to then start thinking about setting really clear goals and also objectives. And this is something that Amit and I love because, defining what our business objectives are for the new year really helps us to be able to ensure that we are able to achieve these goals, but also set them out. And I'm sure all of you have heard about SMART goals. Now, it's actually, they're way more simpler than what we give them credit for. SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, relevant, and time-bound. So, for example, you wouldn't say, I want to lose 5 kilos by the 5th of January. That isn't realistic or achievable. Or I don't want to lose weight in January. But what you might say is, I want to lose 4 kilograms by the end of January. SMART. Right. You could do a kilo a week. Sounds easier than what it actually is. Anyway, whether it is expanding your customer base or whether it is increasing revenue or launching new products, having a clear goal and making it a SMART goal really helps to provide direction for you to be able to really achieve those goals and where to actually focus your efforts.
Yeah, wow, that's powerful. SMART goals.
Yeah.
You are smart, so should be your goals, right? It
Right.
should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. It should be that, because Now, there are different ways of putting it across, but I think the old age and for the longest time, that SMART formula has worked for every business. It is still going to work. And it's easy to really set this up on one sheet of paper and you're good to go, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Nice. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So I think the next thing is what's important is to update your business plan. Now, some companies make business plans for 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, or it could be for 1 year. But this is the time that you need to update your business plan because so many things may have changed in the past year from the perspective of AI changing the world or COVID changing the world or anything changing the business that you are in, the product that
Right.
you are in. It's important to revisit your business plan, the overall business plan. I'm not deep diving right now into the marketing or the sales plan, but overall business plan, where you want to be in the next 2 years' time, 3 years' time, 5 years' time, based on what is the current business scenario for your business. That's something which is very, very critical because if you just follow what you had set out to be for the last 3 years or 5 years or 2 years, it may not be so relevant. But
Mm.
looking at it and making those tweaks, those changes, those upgrades, or those enhancements will make you feel more clear about where you are heading this year. And also, you will be able to see where are those uh, small little activities that you need to change or add on in order to kind of start working towards your overall business plan. What's your take on this, Beck?
Oh, having a business plan that is malleable, that you are using and working and changing and adapting where you need to, that's, again, pardon the pun, but that's smart, right?
Yeah.
Not only goals are smart. Nice job. So updating your business plan. For me, my next tip is embrace technology and innovation. AI, wow. AI is clearly taking over the world. But it's not the evil that, once upon a time we all thought it may have been robots will take over the world. But in fact, you could actually use it to your advantage by simply staying ahead of what may be any new innovation within your industry, any new technology that might be coming, your social media efforts, proposal writing, contract writing, anything like this, any new software that might be coming. Now is the time, because you're nice and fresh, is to be the time that you should be looking at what are my goals around technology, and really embracing that innovation that could be coming to you in your industry. So really streamlining operations, making any of your systems more efficient, making a project team to deep dive into what you're doing now, using technology to help to simplify it. Even your project management tool, are you using the old paper system, or is it time to really embrace that technological upgrade? There's so many ways that you can embrace that technology and help you. I mean, it might be as simple for me and my team. I have projects. Every item that I do is a project. So whether it's a training piece or a mentor piece or whatever it might be, they're all a project. And then we break down all of those jobs that come in under that project. And then we assign it to different people who's in charge of that area. And in those subtasks, we have subtasks, and until we can get the job done and we don't miss a beat. Now, setting this up, you set it up as a template and you just simply copy and paste. But everybody logs in from around the world, wherever they might be, whether they're based somewhere else or they're traveling somewhere else, they all log into the same place to see what piece is next in that puzzle. Is it them? Their job, they've got to do it, update the details, update the notes, whatever, mark that it's done. And then the next person gets advised, right, you're next in line. So what are you going to do in order to get this project done and complete? And then it doesn't fall onto one person as well. So that's just one way of kind of embracing that technology. And AI helped me to set all of that up as well, by the way.
Wow, that is so powerful. And of course, no business can these days escape technology and AI. And with that, Beck, and I don't mean to say that you need to fire your team members, or we
No.
don't want to pass on the message that the sales teams or the marketing teams or the operations teams
Right.
should be really scared of it. It's just
No.
going to save your time
Yeah.
on the mundane work so you can
Right.
focus more with quality time on what you need to really focus on, and have more time to spend with your family. Because in the
Yeah.
past, when we didn't have automation, we didn't have technology, we didn't have CRM systems, we didn't have AI, we used to see our team members sitting back up till like 8, 9 o'clock in
I
the
know.
night to
Yeah.
finish those mundane tasks, and they were not being able to spend time with their family. So not a message at all that you should be worried about your job, but it's
Not at all.
important to embrace it, to make your life easier and the business go really faster in the direction that you really want. All right, so moving on number 5, we have assess your marketing strategy. And for this year, for new year, as things are changing at rapid pace, it's always important to look into your marketing strategy. What are those strategies that has worked for you in the past, may not be working for you this year, and you need to be changing those? Could be that you were not really interested in doing social media marketing, but now is the time that you need to think of it and have some budget allocated and start working on it, because it still takes a few months time. And this is just an example. It still takes a few months time to start showing you results. So the earlier that you strategize your marketing efforts, your distribution channels, how are your partnership models working for you? Who are the partners who are really working, taking experiences from them and expanding your marketing initiatives based on that. So there are different things that you
Yeah.
need to be looking at, from the distribution channels to what kind of new marketing campaigns that you should be launching. This is the first month, so you may be wanting to do an A/B testing on your pay-per-click or social media marketing, or maybe you want to really go deep into a face-to-face networking as well. Because before COVID, in-person networking was still a very big part of our marketing strategy. But during COVID, everything went virtual. It was still working, it will still work, but now things are coming back to normal, and everyone wants to see that person, shake hands, or give that hug and talk business, understand about each other's business, and then start to work in partnership or as a referral partner. So look at your marketing strategy that has been working or not been working, and try to incorporate new things. And if you want, we are there to support you as well.
Yeah, that's great. And you know, something as you were just talking then, what social media campaigns may have worked in the past, or even actually go a step further, what social media platforms worked in the past may not necessarily work in the future. So experiment a little bit, have some fun. You know, most of our brands breathe life. And so if you're getting onto social media through your marketing strategy, then breathe some life into those gorgeous campaigns that you've got and have a little bit of fun and engage your customers in a completely different way, something you may not have tried in the past. You know, both you and your team are really an integral part of your business's success, right? So investing in you, your own professional development opportunities for you and your team to enhance skills or knowledge. You know, this might have something to do with workshops, maybe online courses, one-on-one coaching or mentoring, industry conferences, you know, just to simply name a few. But really, a well-equipped team contributes to a more robust and resilient business. Depending on what kind of business you're in, your business, the bricks and mortar, or the products and services that you might offer might be outstanding. But without your people, what's your unique selling point? How are you different to your competition? So you've really got to take care of you and your team and really help to invest their future, to bring in their loyalty, to stay with you. And it's kind of like, a couple of weeks or months ago, we talked about what if you train a salesperson and then they leave? And we talked about a really great topic that followed that is, what if you don't invest in your salespeople and they stay? Same kind of thing. What if you don't invest? No deal. What if you don't invest in your team to their own professional development and they stay?
Wow. And that's so important, Beck. Why? Because if in the new year, if your business plan is changing, if your marketing strategy is changing, if your sales pipeline is changing, it's important to look back whether your team members are up to the mark to really be able to fulfill the new business plan, the new marketing strategy. And they may need some handholding, some more education, some more skills, some more tools, some more tips to be really able to work based on what's your new strategy, what's your new business plan, what's your new goal that you want to achieve. And it's important. I mean, in fact, I was really surprised, Beck, and this is for all of our audience and for you. Recently, I had a meeting with the human resources head of Berkadia, which is a big, large conglomerate. And I was very surprised to hear from them that they said learning and development of their people in the form of coaching, workshops, trainings, mentoring is so important that it takes the first seat. And even in rough times like COVID, if they need to compromise on something, they will compromise on maybe bonuses or increments, but they will never compromise on their budget to invest in their people, because it's their people that they're going to really implement the business strategy and plans. And they need to be up at that level, right?
Yeah, very smart. And in fact, I know myself, I've been investing in myself, even just over the summer holidays, just to, kind of get up to date with some new things that are out there, just investing in myself. Absolutely. Nice.
Wow. Yeah. So are we good for the next tip of the day?
Absolutely. Go for it. Tell us the next one.
The next one is you need to review your finances and budget. However, we've been talking about looking into your business plan, your marketing strategy, investing in your people, and equally important is to have a full control and understanding of your finances and your budget based on your cash flow, based on your business in pipeline, what exactly it's looking like, and creating the cash flow is so much more important, or building on that cash flow is so much more important that you cannot really miss this part. And of course, your finance head, your accounting head, all those will play a crucial role, but it's important for you as a leader, as an entrepreneur, to really be having a good grip on what's your finances like. How does it look like? If you have enough in your cash flow, how much more you can really invest in marketing or sales or developing your people or your expansion of your market, or it could be expansion of your product line, all those, expansion of your project, all those are important, because the more you are wisely investing in all these things, the better business prospects that will come in, and you will close more business, and you will have stronger business in your company.
Yeah, I love it. Probably not one of my strongest suits. One of my strongest areas is finances and budgets, but I have outsourced an incredible team that work with me in order to do that. I am excellent at doing what I do. That's not really great at the math side of things. So call on people around you who can do and build that team around you, that strong team. Speaking of strong, you need to build strong customer relations. Or relationships. So really, we've just kind of lived through this pandemic. Without customers, we don't have business. So prioritizing true customer satisfaction and loyalty kind of starts again right now. What have you been doing in the past? Have you done anything in the past? Would you consider implementing a customer feedback form, personalizing promotions, or maybe even setting up a loyalty program? Loyalty? My background for 5 years was all about loyalty. And so I know the power of loyalty, the strength of loyalty, but also think about yourself. Are you loyal to a brand? Do you drive a little bit further to pay more for petrol to get more points on that loyalty? Yes, that's it. It's what I do because I'm loyal and I want to make sure that I'm going to be getting the best deal possible because of my loyalty and the return that comes from it. So it's not just all about money and giving discounts, but it's also about, treating your customers, having a more VIP service or whatever it might be. But building those really strong relationships with your customer base really fosters that brand loyalty and then contributes to a long-term success, and also loyal customers help to bring in more customers.
Absolutely. I think that's so powerful, and that's an age-old process which is proven
Right.
to take care of your customers, build relationship with them, that it never fails. The more technology you bring in, the more automation you bring in, the more AI you bring in, ultimately your buyers are human beings and
Right.
they value relationships. They
Right.
value loyalty, and they are the ones who are going to be giving you business, buying your products, referring you products, bringing in new customers into your ecosystem. So it's a no-brainer. It may sound very simplistic, that building customer relationships, having loyalty, understanding their customer behavior, their likes and dislikes at each stage of your business cycle or sales cycle is common, but it never will fail you if you're on top of this.
Right.
That's absolutely. Thanks, Beck. Thanks for sharing that.
You.
Yeah. All right. So the next from my side will be to diversify your revenue stream. Now, why we have this as a very strong point of diversifying your revenue streams is the world is really, really getting volatile. It's changing at every minute, and it's important that we don't just focus on. You may have been successful over years with one premium or one single product that has been less of a competition, but you cannot really take it for granted and just think that, oh, things are going to be the same way. I'm just going to focus on one revenue stream. It's so critical. I can give you an example of our business. When we started, we were focused on bespoke training programs, and then we started to realize that, okay, this is an area that we have a unique positioning in the market. However, it's important. The market is changing. The dynamics are changing, because our bespoke programs are really premium and not every customer would really want to spend that much of money. So what we started to create is a 3-tier approach. Now, what's this 3-tier approach? Tier 1 is low ticket, high volume, which is kind of becomes a no-brainer for anyone. It's no risk or low risk, no-brainer for everyone to really even buy right now and use later. Even if they are busy, they can just buy right now and keep it and use it later. So that becomes low ticket but high volume. It could be distributed through worldwide channels of distribution. In my business, these are e-learning programs that could be really done once, and it could be distributed across the world. When I'm sleeping, there is someone in Nigeria or any part of the world is buying that, and that becomes a low ticket. It's a low ticket product, but it could be sold worldwide, and it's got very low risk for anyone, because if at all they think that they may not like it, they're just spending a couple of dollars on this. But then your reach is global. And that's how you're really going to be getting more. It's a volume game. So that's your tier one. Low ticket, high volume. Now your tier two is mid ticket, mid volume, where you create something from your existing product line, you bring something out, and based on the demand or the likes and dislikes of people, which are your customers, you bring that on tier two, and that's for the next level of people who have already been there on the tier one, and they need to upgrade themselves. And that's where tier two comes in, which you can price it as mid price and have mid volume in this area, where people know you, they know it's a risk-free thing, but they're still not ready to pay a premium amount. And but then they are still wanting to really upgrade themselves in terms of their products consumption or their services consumption. And that's where you can bring this tier two model. And then tier three will always be your premium product, which is high value and high price. So you can call it as high ticket, low volume. You will sell low, but you will have a high ticket price for this. So this is just one example that I have implemented in my company. But then it's important that you look into your revenue streams. Even you can look into expanding your market, your product line, your project line, expanding to newer markets which are risk-free for you, because that could be another layer of expanding your revenue streams as well. So yeah, look into that. What do you think, Beck?
No, that's great. And I think sometimes asking your customers, what are they wanting, helps you to kind of work whether you've got a new market out there or whether you can have a new product that comes out. So don't forget, always talk and communicate with your customers. We've got a couple of minutes left for our final piece, which is celebrate achievements and milestones. I've kind of got all the pretty ones today. I feel that if we take care of our customers and we develop ourselves, but celebrating achievements and milestones, taking a moment just to really celebrate some of the small yet and also significant achievements, recognizing milestones, whether they are personal or business related, whether it fosters a positive and motivated atmosphere within your team. Because again, your people are the power behind your company. And if it's just you, take some time, because, they say, I saw this awesome TikTok, because I'm 12, I'm on TikTok. I saw this awesome TikTok saying, government workers work 9 till 6. And then, corporate employees work 9 till 6. And they were doing the clock face. And entrepreneurs work around the clock. And it's true. But we never take the time to sit and actually focus and celebrate sometimes the small stuff that you're battling against with probably yourself, but also for the business as well, especially in these days. But as you embark on this new year in business, just remember adaptability, innovation, and proactive mindset is truly your greatest asset. So embrace those opportunities that come your way, learn from challenges, keep evolving. Never say never. If somebody gives you something or they ask you a question and you say, oh no, we've never done that, give it a go. Here's to a year filled with growth, success, and truly endless possibilities.
Wow. That was powerful. Thank you, Beck. In fact, the power of celebrating small, medium, or large size wins is so much that you get more energized, you get that positive vibe to do even more, take that one step extra, rather than not celebrating those small little wins in your journey of this. So don't forget the power of celebration.
Exactly. It's given to you from the power of two. And also, if you are running your own business or you're running your own team, just remember it's pretty lonely up here at the top. So you do need to take care of you and sit back, take a step back and look at your business holistically. Because when you can do that and you can we've given you 10 incredible tips, nothing that you didn't know, but maybe you just needed to rehear it. Play this video back, share it, please share it. But play this back and adapt it to your own business and tag us in the comments and let us know what was your favorite tip or what was your tip that you think that you could do in your own business. And tell us, share with us. We love to know. We can give you all of the examples from our own business, but what works for me doesn't work for somebody else. So please go ahead, get passionate, get excited, get nervous, because when we're nervous, good things happen. Diamonds are only created under pressure, right?
Wow.
Here's to a great year ahead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's so true that all of us are in a different journey. So some things will work for you, some things may not work for you, but until you try, you won't know what's working for you.
Right.
So some of these tips could be really a refresher for you. Some of these could be a new learning to you. And we could be your partners in hand holding you this year in your journey of entrepreneurship or leadership or sales management. Let us know, and we are there